Governance Summit. You will use an app like Uber, but not anymore to call some driver, but automatically guided car, a self-driven car, will come to your hotel or wherever you are and will bring you to the airport. Actually, I had a discussion some months ago with the mayor of Los Angeles, and you know Los Angeles is one of the cities with the heaviest traffic, who told me in 2030 Los Angeles will be private car-driven free. And this will allow to transform highways into parks and other public spheres. We meet for the 20th Governance Summit.
Hey, Shalom, this is your brother Yawanathan. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity, all right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Today, man, just want to dive into a couple things, how your mobility and your speech, they're gearing up to take it away under the guise of safety. All right? They're gearing up to take, your mobility, being able to travel and go as you please and do particular things. And even the speech, you having an opinion or a thought, they want to actually strip you of that under the guise of safety, under the guise of it's for your own well-being. All right? So in that clip I ran in the beginning of the video, you got Cotton Swab talking about, he's had meetings with the mayor of LA, which is a major city in the U.S., and this is the end goal, man. He says they don't want people to have their own private transportation. They want all transportation to be public. And this isn't for the sake of, eliminating traffic or environment, cleaning up the environment, cleaning up the earth. If that was the case, man, they would put sanctions on all these corporations for dumping trash in the oceans, for all the, the illegal practices that they do to produce their products. All right, so it's not about that. It's about control of the people. They want to be like the Most High, as the scriptures say. All right, let me read a couple precepts before I go into the next point about the speech. All right, so not only did Cotton Swab tell you that, if you don't want to merge with machine, you're going to become extinct, but he's also talking about, nobody owning their own transportation. So, all the ingredients for Jacob's trouble, for this time that's going to be like no other time, it's all on the table. All right, this is 2 Ezra 15 and 15. And I know I read this last lesson, but we're going to read it again. All right, verse 15, it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." It's getting close. We're seeing all the prophecies play out, man. This book is speaking. "And one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands." There's going to be wars between, different factions of people, Egyptian against Egyptian, like the scriptures say. America is spiritual, Sodom and Egypt. All right, verse 16. "For there shall be sedition among men," there you go, "and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." People aren't going to regard the powers that be, because they're finally going to come to the conclusion that these people don't have their best interest at heart, that these people actually view them as their food. They view them as their, as their energy source to, fund their own lives. "And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Well, that's going to be because martial law, but it's also going to be to a point to where it's going to be hard for people to even get up and go as they please, man. It's hard for people to, even people that are making over $100,000 a year, man, they're still living check to check in the society. How? He's created an infrastructure, all right? He's created this environment to where if you're not either super rich, you're going to be living check to check pretty much. Even if there's some people that's more well off than others, but they're one bad day away from being down bad, from their life being in turmoil. Okay? So that's the MO of the wicked. Now let's go to Proverbs 4 and 16. Actually, I'll probably start up a little bit. It's Proverbs, the 4th chapter, and I'll start at the 14th verse. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. And the whole world has went in the way of this evil man. Okay, there's a people upon the earth who carry out the bidding of Satan, pursuant to 2 Thessalonians 2, 4 through 9. It becomes very easy to, to pinpoint who is this man who has this God complex, who's verbally actually speaking against the Most High, trying to replace, the Lord's creation and insert himself in it. Who's doing that actively? Who's making it their priority to do that in the earth? It's not the Arabs. It's not the Chinese. It's not the Africans. It's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not into the way of evil men. And all the nations are in bed with this man. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not. This is the characteristic of this man. This is their inner workings of his mind. Okay? For they sleep not, except they have done mischief. Their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. This man can't rest unless he's especially attacking the nation of Israel. Going back to the Renaissance period, all right, when this devil's deadly wound was healed, right, it's prophecy that the Roman Empire would fall, but they would come back, all right? And that started during the Renaissance period. And from the Renaissance period into now, which is only approximately, let's just say 500 years. Within that time, it's like my phone froze up. So within that time period until now, from the Renaissance to now, this devil has completely erased history. Right around the earth, whitewashed images, whitewash the image of the Most High in the minds of the people. When people pray, all right, those who believe in the Bible, when people pray, they actually see Cesare Borgia in their minds. Think about that. When our people pray and are looking to God for help, they have the image of that white man in their head. You know how sick that is? How sadistic that is? They've put an infrastructure up to where even the educational system depicts them as God to the people. All history revolves around white supremacy. It's from a standpoint of, this man is, if he's doing it, this is the standard. The way that the Lord gives us in the scriptures has been casted down and made to look at, that was ancient, that was the old way. That's not how we should do things today. In that short period of time, he's convinced the world that the Most High is wrong. So they've been working. Their sleep is taken, like we just read here. Their sleep is taken away unless they cause something to fall, man. They're moving. But in righteousness on the right-hand side, you got the prophets moving as well. All right? How about Yahweh Shai is moving in the earth as well, man. And they know that. All right? The scriptures tell you that the devil knoweth he hath but a little time. That's why he's moving like this. That's why he's trying to push this agenda along. That's why he's trying to restrain the words of Yahweh Shai coming out, deeming the Bible as hate speech. I actually have another article that I want to show you guys. Hold on here. Now, a bill was proposed in the Parliament of Canada a couple of days ago, beginning of last week, I believe, or the middle of last week. All right, this is Bill C-367, okay? Now, let's see, that they have a summary of what the bill is addressed towards. Okay, this is a summary of the bill. We could go through the whole bill, but I just wanted to get something quick for you guys so you can get the gist of what's going on, because we don't got to get into all the logistics. All right, we got the scriptures for that. The scriptures tell us what the ultimate end goal for this man is. Okay, now the summary says this enactment amends the criminal code to eliminate as defense against willful promotion of hatred or anti-Semitism. Now, what the world views anti-Semitism is a hatred or a disdain for the people in the Holy Land, the Ish people. All right, but we can't really even be anti-Semitic. All right. Because where they get that term from is Shem. You have Shem, Ham, and Japheth. There are many nations that come out of Shem. Okay? They've taken Shem and made it like it pertains to one tribe within the nation of Israel, which is silly. People don't even know the meaning of words. But promotion of the hatred of anti-Semitism. All right, you see it right there. Got it highlighted for you all. The fact that a person in good faith expressed or attempted to establish by an argument an opinion on religious subject or an opinion based on a belief in a religious text. All right, so it basically wants to be able to criminalize you speaking against the so-called JOO. It wants to be able to criminalize you speaking using the scriptures and saying, hey, look at these things that are going on earth. This is wrong. This is against the Most High. It wants to be able to criminalize it. And this is going on in Canada. You think it's going to just stop there? And this is from the website, The People's Voice. It says, and this is just, they're talking about the bill we just read about. It says, praying in public, reading aloud from the Bible is hate speech to be severely punished. Okay, and this article was out 2 days ago. Okay, it says, the Trudeau government has introduced a bill that could land Christians in prison for quoting the Bible or expressing a traditional faith-based opinion, and the Canadian government deems it promotion of hatred or anti-Semitism. Okay? And you know, I probably shouldn't even say that word aloud on YouTube, man, because you know they'll try to take your video down. Anyway, did you see how crazy this is, though? Man, I'm reading an article. You know, everybody. I'm not saying that somebody should agree with my own opinion. All right. I'm reading an article. You know, if it strikes them as, oh, you know, I agree with this, that's cool. That's up for the Lord to decide. This is not, you know, think for yourself. If the Lord has a spirit on you for this to resonate with you, so be it. But if not, hey, this is I'm just reporting on an article that I seen. Okay, I'm doing air quotes right now too. I'm not a doctor. Okay, it says Bill C-367 purported to amend the criminal code or redefine the boundaries of free speech, criminalizing public Bible readings. Who do you think this? When they drew up this bill, who is this for? Was they thinking about the people in the churches who say God bless America when they drew this bill up? Were they thinking about the people in the churches who let the alphabet people lead the choir? Were they thinking about them when they drew this bill up? Who were they thinking about? Criminalize public Bible readings, prayers, and other expressions of Christian teachings. This move by Trudeau's liberal government has been interpreted by many as an attempt to criminalize Christianity and traditional values under the pretense of combating undefined hate speech. And that's what it is. And that's how this devil is moving, man. So time is getting short. Make no, like the scriptures say, man, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Let's actually get that and we'll wrap up. This is Sirach 5, and I'll actually, Sirach 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security, all right, when you're comfortable, thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Set not thine heart, la'ab, the word heart here, all right, in the Hebrew, la'ab. Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Okay, I'm going to actually read this in the GNT. Let's see how it reads, guys. Sirach 5 and 7. Right, this is Sirach 5 and 7. It says, come back to the Lord quickly. Don't think that you can keep putting it off. His anger can come upon you suddenly, and you will die under his punishment. Now let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. All right. 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter and the 1st verse. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, when people get comfortable and the vibration is in the earth, is everything's cool. Everything's back to normal. We outside. Right? Everybody was inquiring about the men of the Lord. when the pandemic was going on, everybody was stuck in the house. But the minute them niggas got to go back outside, they went right back to being demons. Not understanding that that's about to happen again, but on a higher level. Then what? What happens when the prophets are taken offline and we can't go on the highways and byways anymore? And you had all that opportunity. You had all this grace period. That's what your grace period is for. Your grace period is so that you can get yourself together. You're able to bump your head and make mistakes, but you're walking towards the Lord so that you're ready for the due date. Niggas will get a grace period on their rent and then go buy some damn shoes. That's what niggas are doing right now. They have a grace period with the Lord to get their shit together, but they in that YOLO mentality. Okay, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child. When a woman, she's pregnant and that water break, she didn't know it was about to break right then, bro. And it'll happen in the middle of her doing something. She with the family, they out eating, they having a good old time. And all of a sudden, in the midst of their security, when it's unexpected. That's how the Lord is going to come, man. As travail upon a woman with child, they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Because we've been given the understanding of prophecy. We have fear of the Lord, which guides our actions to walk uprightly to the best of our ability. And we're paying attention to the signs of the times, because the Lord gave us prophecy to say, okay, well, this happens. We know this has to happen next. This has to happen next. And then when this happens, we know that's the last prophecy that got to go down before the Lord returns. So we're not in the dark like other people. All right? Verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. And that's why the men of the Lord are going to be made as fine as gold in that day. The men of the Lord are going to be the most valuable thing on earth. Everybody, from all the people everybody look up to, your celebrities, your people with the millions and billions of dollars. When the Lord really lets off, everybody's going to be put on an even playing field, except us. We're going to be far above everybody else, because we're going to be the only people who have the understanding on how to operate, what to look for. To run across a man of the Lord in that time is going to be, you'll have a better chance of hitting the mega millions. It's going to be a rare thing. All right? But ye, brethren, so this is a precious thing to even know what we know right now, to be in the circles that we're in. You understand? People don't understand how valuable. Do you understand? Me, I think about it all the time, bro. I'm around men. I'm around spirits that were before the earth was created, that had a hand in the earth actually being created. People can't see that with their carnal eye, but you know how big of a I don't think most people can actually grasp that concept, that there's spirits on the earth that help create the earth itself. When it talks about that those angels being put in those chains of darkness, it's not talking about fallen angels and they came down and had. No, those are talking about those spirits that were before the foundation of the earth. They were put in the flesh. These bodies are chains of darkness because we're able to sin in these bodies. We're able to go off and do things that we wouldn't do in our purest form. Okay? Verse 5 again. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay? So, man, hey, Abaratazah, Lord willing, is that what that means? This lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.